questions you get back in, I'll go ahead and answer them for you. I'm going to talk to you all the way around. And like normal, about halfway around, you guys are going to say, don't this guy ever shut up for a while? About 4 or 5 hours from now. Okay, first thing we're going to talk about is going to be on your right side over here. We're going to talk about this big old mountain. Now, originally it was called Sky Mountain or Promise Mountain, owned by the Indians. Now they call this the Superstitions. They changed the name in 1920s. This is the western edge of it right here. 65 miles all the way around, almost 1 mile to the top. Second most photographed mountain in Arizona, and it's 25 to 30 million years old, formed by volcano caldera. But on your left side over here, as well as your right, you're going to start seeing these big, tall, green cactus. These are called saguaro cactus. Only found here in Sonoran Desert, southwest. Now they live up to 250 years. They go 20 to 50 feet tall. They have to be at least 75 years old. We start growing arms on them. And the first 10 years of their life, they grow 1 inch. Everybody on your left side, everybody asks about this car here. It's a 1936 Jaguar. Nobody really knows how it got here, but it's been sitting there for a long, long time. But about 10 feet out in front of it, you're going to see some cactus look like paddles of Mickey Mouse ears. And that is a prickly pear. To make jam, jellies, and soft drinks all over town. On your left side, right out in front of you, these are called cholla cactus. Nicknames, jumping cactus, flying cactus, if you will. You're going to see little birds fly in and out. They're called cactus wren, Arizona's official birds. They make their nest right back in all that cactus. Now I'm measuring this, wobbling back and forth here on your right side. These green trees, these are called Palo Verde trees. They're Arizona's official trees. Now they stay green all year long. The leaves out of it are so small, all the water hits it, goes right to the root system, keeps it green. Here on the right side, this is called a steel head frame, built in the early 1900s. Now, everything out here is powered by coal and steam out here. On your right side now starts the very first mine. This is called the wasp mine, like bees and wasps. Let me tell you about this tree on the right side here, right here. It's called the mesquite tree. Produce some little vein pods, and we gather them up, pound them down, make flour out of it, cut the tree down for firewood all year long. On your right side over there by the telephone pole is the edge of that mine. Now, family bought this mine here in 1983. And they pulled out well over 3,000 ounces of gold out of there. Today's money, about $3 million came out of that hole. But now it's got about 60 foot of water in it. On your left side over here, these old rusty locomotives here, these were built in the early 1900s. Now they were never on this track here. They've been on display. But the thing about them is they're well over 100 years old and they're all electric. So we're from coal and steam to electrics. Back to coal and steam now. Everybody wants to go back to electrics. On your right side over here, down the slope of that hill, you're going to see 2 smokestacks. That is a coal-fired furnaces. These are the last 2 in existence from 1890s. But it powered all the equipment out here, and like I told you, everything out here was coal and steam. On your right side, there's steel cage right here. That's what they used for jail cells out here in the 1890s. Now we're going underneath the trestle here right ahead in front of us here. Everything I'm going to talk to you guys about happened in 5 years, the 1890s. But I got to give it a little bit of break coming out, guys. So hang on. Otherwise, we'll pass this 9 up real fast. As we come out on your right side over here, you're going to see an opening to a mine with a ore car in front of it. That is the Mammoth Mine right there, number 2 mine. The 1,058 feet deep, and there's the richest of all the mines that we had out here at the time. But on your right side, but way past that great building with the red roof by a mile or 2, that's where the Black Queen mine sits out there. But up in front of the locomotive here to your right side, you're going to see a rock formation up there. That is a bulldog mine that sits up there. Now, originally had a face of a bulldog on it, but miners kind of went up there and blew that face right off. But there'll be more about that bulldog further down the line. You'll keep an eye on us all the way around. Now, 4 gentlemen out of Denver, Colorado wrote about us, all mining engineers. They came out and started scratching around out here, found some gold. Well, they found a lot of gold out here. They liked it so well, they bought all 4 of these mines for $20,000. Today's money would be $681,000. Now, being that they're all mining engineers, they know that most of your gold is always going to be found underground. So they made sure all the mines went back underground, but all the miners that worked and lived all through the hills out here. Now, the miners that lived out here, they would live out here in what they call a half-log cabin, half canvas. During the day, they roll up that canvas. At night, they roll it back down, stay warm. Only 10 people lived up in town. But on your left side here, guys, you got cameras. Get them out. You're going to start seeing the backside of Goldfield here with the superstitious. The second one is a church. Church is open 24/7, 7 days a week. After services on Sundays, they bless your horses for you up there. Pottery barn, they call it earthworks. Got a photography shop. Back then they called them shutterbugs. Pottery, Bordeaux. 3 bars, butcher shop, barber shop, 1-room schoolhouse. Mercantile, restaurants, cafes, doctor's office. Of course, the living stable. Now, the federal government heard about us out here. Sent a representative to the office here in 1893. Now, when they did that, Goldfield became a certified town. Now, the 4 towns out here now, Goldfield was the richest and the biggest population. We had well over 500 miners out here ourselves. The other towns, Mesa City, now called Mesa, had 400 people, 20 miles from here. Hayden's Ferry, which is Tempe, they had 300 people. And Haystacks, which is now called Phoenix, they had 400 plus. But we're the richest and the biggest out here. I'll tell you a story about a young doctor, surgeon, came out of Chicago, late 1880s. On his way out, got sick. Thought he was going to pass before he made it out. Made it out. And after 6 years of living out here, he became well. He became Goldfield's official doctor, as well as Mesa City's doctor. Now, he would travel round trip 40 miles, horse and buggy only. Mesa City and back. Take a little over 14 hours to make that run. On your right side, there's that bulldog right there watching us as we go around. Still got that one eye on us right now, them floppy ears. Now, Jacob Walsh in the Lost Dutchman's Gold Mine. Now, this fella come in town every different direction. He'd leave in every different direction so nobody could ever find his mine. But he always had gold in his pockets. We got lucky out here and met himself a lady. Never told her where it's at. Never wrote nothing down. Now, there's that he finally told her where it's at. He passes on. Well, she came out here. She was out here for 3 years. She died out here broke. Never found nothing. But I think that the Bulldog right there, with Jacob Walsh's mine, that was the last race that found gold here in Goldfield. Now things are going good out here. All the miners are happy. 10 people in town, everybody's happy making money out here. But all of a sudden, back up there by the railroad crossing, the railroad bridge, the Mammoth Mine, 1,058 feet deep, they hit into an aquifer down below, started filling up with water. Took all the miners out, put them in the other mines, back to work. Well, the water limit got to be about 400 foot. Pumps they had back then couldn't keep up. Shut everything down. But as luck would have it, 5-6 weeks later, all of a sudden we had 100-year floods, 500, 1,000-year floods out here in 13 days. All that water washed into the other mines. Shut them down. All the miners got nervous, left town, ended up with 10 people here in town. Well, the federal government heard something went wrong out here, sent a representative back out. Comes out, looks around, comes back over and makes this statement. Says, you know, you only got 10 people here. You can't keep a post office open with just 10 people. 5 years after they opened it, 1898, they shut it down. Goldfield became a certified ghost town. One-room schoolhouse closed in 1902, and Arizona became a state in 1912. Now, in the 1920s, with a new owner out here, they opened back up. First year, they found 200,000 in gold out here. Second year, couldn't find nothing. Shut it all back down. But if you get a chance, about halfway up in town is a museum. There's a lot of books, magazines, a lot of photographs. Photographs help recreate this town here. But here's a little bit more about the story of the town and the ending of the story. Now, originally we only had 5 buildings out here. Every time something goes wrong, miners go out, steal all the wood off the buildings, take it out here and burn it, use it for housing. The last building here on your left side is going to say the mine tour right over there. It's right next to the mine tour to the right. All the wood on that building right there. That was the last building here. All that wood inside and out is original from the 1890s. So if you get a chance, go check it out up there. Now, by the photographs they have in the museum up there, we found the fittings of the other ones out here. One of them I'll say is the bank. We just had to recreate, and we just had to use newer materials. Now, when we get up there, guys, I'm going to use a little bit more break, just let you know what's going on. Thank you.
I had a shower last night, which is very challenging for me, especially when I'm not in California or at my home base, and I do not have a gym membership. So that was very enjoyable, and I'll be staying at a hotel again tonight. And this morning I had to organize my car. Seems like these days the storage unit is more organized than the inside of my RAV. Seeing I've been traveling in Arizona since January 6th, full-time, on the road, going to the different cities here in Arizona and enjoying each and every one of them. They're all unique and they're all fun. The weather's been nice. So today I spent the day looking at this cute, adorable ghost town, Goldfield Ghost Town here in Apache Junction, Arizona, and it's definitely a must-see. I already went on the train ride, and then I went to the Mystery Shack, and then I went down into the mine tour. And there's a lot of gift shops you can see as well. It even has a little cemetery. It's very adorable and it definitely a must-see for anyone who likes pioneer history, cowboys and Indians. And I am enjoying my visit here. So there's some more things to see. So for today, it's definitely this ghost town in Apache Junction. I'm done for the day here at the Goldfield Ghost Town, and I'll just give you a quick little walking tour on my way to the car, just to show you kind of what it's like here. And this was the little cemetery. And over here's the Mystery Shack. That's kind of fun to go inside. It's like an illusion. And they have gold panning as well. All the buildings are fun. The cactus are neat. Some big cactus. This is all the mine equipment. This is a trail to the side of the main town. They have mine tours. This is where they do the gold mine tours. And that's the famous superstitious mountain that's famous in Apache Junction. Superstitious Mountain is very pretty. Famous mountain here in Arizona. And these are all the gift shops in the ghost town. And this is the main part of the ghost town. You have all the gift shops. There's the bank and the saloon up ahead. It goes all the way to the far back to a church. And this is the Goldfield train station. It gives you a little loop tour around the ghost town. You can purchase tickets for the Goldfield station to ride the train, or to see the gold mine, or to see the Mystery Shack. And this is what the train station looks like. The train just left. Could probably hear the horn. He gives a guided tour and history of the ghost town. And this is the front entry of where you get your tickets to ride the train. It's very cute. The Southern Line's Pacific. And here comes the train pulling into the station. Well, all the passengers get off to load up a new group to go on the tour of the ghost town. And to the side of the ghost town, it offers RV camping. So you can always camp here at the ghost town. That might be fun. There might even be braying donkeys at night. That would be fun to hear. So now I'm on my way to the car. Very cute ghost town. A big hit for me. Enjoyed the tours and looking at all the fun things to see here. So remember, like and subscribe to my channel. Remember to be safe and keep it stealth.